Wisconsin. I assume we're going to start at the top, as we typically do at number 1, and it is the Georgia Bulldogs once again in a stern test coming up for Kirby Smart's team on the road at Auburn on Saturday. The Tigers, as these guys have talked about, number 10, chance for a top 10 win for Georgia, chance for Auburn to get firmly into the playoff discussion. I assume Alabama's going to be just behind Georgia, and they are. Crimson Tide sitting at number 2 despite a plethora of injuries at the linebacker position, which could be ominous for their next few games.
It definitely could be, and obviously with Auburn coming down the road, and they finally buffered their schedule a little bit by beating LSU, a ranked opponent they could add to it, Mississippi State this week.
And then Auburn, and then potentially, should they get through those games, and meeting with Georgia, and probably by the end the schedule would be just fine. At number 3, Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. The showdown coming with Miami on Saturday night. So the Irish hold firm at number 3, and at number 4 is Clemson. So we don't see any big change in the top 4, and despite Oklahoma's victory over Oklahoma State, which was in thrilling fashion, the Sooners not yet moving into the top 4, but knocking on the door at number 5, just waiting on somebody to stumble now. And then, oh, by the way, they better make sure they don't stumble themselves, right? Yeah, yep. 5 versus 6 on Saturday, too.
And this is not a surprise. And I will bet you in this week, the gap between Georgia and Alabama has widened. Watching Georgia play this week and watching Jake Fromm throw it 22 times, I think he was the question mark for Georgia. And watch Alabama not look great for the first time this season against LSU. I will bet you that gap widened. Just
Are you believing Fromm now?
Don't be
Are you believing?
No.
State Fromm?
I didn't say I'm a believer. What I did say is, the week before he threw 7 passes.
I'm just asking, are you a believer?
This week they came out and they let Jake Fromm throw a bunch of hitches, a bunch of slants. It was like they said to themselves, we got to get this quarterback ready. We have to get them ready because Auburn is coming. SEC championship game is coming. And Jake Fromm is going to be important to that equation. And finally, I've been begging Georgia, get this young man ready. And they started that process last week.
And he's going to have to play this week against Auburn. He's going to have to make play. Auburn, they're not going to line up and run the football like they've been consistently doing against Auburn. Alabama's injuries are getting real. I mean, if you're not paying attention, they're mounting up so much. And now you talk about Minkah Fitzpatrick. Is there one true difference maker in the back end? It's starting to get scary for them. They cannot afford anybody else, and this is not the same team that started the season. They're going to struggle to get through this next gauntlet. I'm just telling you, they're going to.
No doubt. And as much as we talk about Oklahoma, and I've been on them about their defense, they're going against TCU this weekend. TCU, to me, has the best defense in the Big 12. So here's an opportunity for Oklahoma to go against the number 6 team, a team that has a better defense than you do, and prove to the college